Good morning. It's Andy Graham of Hobo Traveler and another website. I'm in Sosua, Dominican Republic right now, and we have these 100 portals on top of expat colonies. So I'm also publishing on mysosua.com, but hobotraveler.com is my kind of famous travel blog. This is one of my daily travel videos. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to call this. Travel log. I'm having a video travel log or something. Yesterday I was laughing. I went down to see the boys at the new garden, which is it's always a entertaining thing. And I'm moving to Montano. These guys are pretty good guys. I mean, they're not any different than your. Let's see if I can adjust this so I don't get this corner thing in there. They're pretty good guys. I mean, I don't see them as any different than any guy that I would see at the church or anybody that I would see at work or whatever, except they got this kind of a proclivity to go by girls. The one said, but they said, you can't write about this. You got to take it was funny. You got to take a bullet for the boys. I happened to be listening this morning. I got these I don't know, video audio books that I can listen to, which are, see if I can name them. Unlimited Power with Anthony Robbins, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People with that, I think his name's Covey guy. See what else I got? The Laws of Success. Who's that? That may be Napoleon Hill. Okay, so I got these 4 books that I kind of listen to in the morning, and the one on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective thing was talking about, which was funny because what we're talking about, he says you have to make a deposit into your emotional bank account, and if you want somebody to work with you, it's called the book is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Well, highly effective people see these principles, have principles, and they have paradigms, and what they do is they make deposits in each person around them's emotional bank account. So what does that mean? I mean, I'm in a situation where they also do it to me, right? So people put things into your head. I look at my head as like a big garbage disposal. I mean, well, not a garbage, it's actually two garbage cans, one with good things in it and another thing with bad things in it. And whichever side is heavy is sort of wins, so it's a balance thing. I also call this the bigger pile of bullshit theory. Whichever side is full has the most weight is the strongest. Well, I was laughing because how do you tie a bunch of boys talking about prostitution in with a bunch of a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? They're both related. Everybody you talk to in life gives you a deposit into your mental bank account. And right now, after 2 or 3 months of being around these guys here, I'm sort of got too much noise in that side, and I want to go move to Montano where there's less of this deposit going on. Now, the highly, what they don't talk about is, and they really always evade, is this idea that it's me or you. Really, take one for the boys. I was laughing. Take a bullet for the boys. They want me to take a bullet for the boys and not talk about this. Now, what happens in the emotional balance account, there's things that we approve of and there's things that we don't approve of. And, I can't change people, so I just listen. I know 100% sure that I cannot change people. And I also don't want to change people, because that is also trying to change people. So, and they're kind of entertaining. It's just like going to church and knowing the guy that, just basically beat his wife before he came. It's the same thing, right? I mean, I don't know. But everybody's looking for their approval. By biting the bullet, what they want me to do is approve of what they do. And I won't grant the approval sometimes. And this is what's the thing where I think a lot of these self-help books may falter and really lose their stuff. It's that they don't realize that any kind of tacit, small approval to go towards it eventually becomes a shift where you actually agree. And I can't even comment back a lot of times, because if I comment, that's a small approval. So if I even nod my head, that's an approval. So it's not me I'm worried about. It's not them I'm worried about. It's me I'm worried about. I don't want to become where I accidentally fall in the water. Okay, well, they want me to take a bullet for the boys and not talk about this stuff. I also want you to realize that this is kind of like a whorehouse here, and you guys really shouldn't come to Sosua unless you have the ability to say no. What's that mean? I mean, that's the same thing as when somebody's doing something negative at work. Can you say no? And that it's a harder thing to say no than to understand these principles. I mean, yeah, you see an organization and you see everybody talk with noble ideas, but the one that does the noble idea is different than the person that talks about it. So to get true respect, I have to do the noble thing and I have to do the right thing. Okay, now obviously we are known by the people we hang around with and stuff like that. So, but I don't really care, because I know at the end, the longer I do the right thing, the more people see it, the more they agree. You can't, just because you're talking with a person doesn't mean you're agreeing. No. Strangely, most people don't make this separation. They make it pretty enmeshed. They overlap it, and they sort of agree with what these people are doing, and they say yes, 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 yes. And then at the same sense they disagree. So it's not really about wrong or right, but it's about the simple way is to go into a place where you don't have to agree. Now the bad part is, if you want to influence people, you have to stand up to the challenge. So I'm going to go over to Montiano tomorrow and move into a place where I have less of this kind of thing where I have to sort of listen to. And I'm changing my paradigm, I'm changing my voice, I'm changing the noise that comes in. And this is the secret of happiness. The more things that come in that are happy in a day, that make you happy, I find that I don't really like to have to keep my mouth shut. That's my problem. It's not really that I really get upset. I think these guys are hilarious. They really tell some wild stories. But I'd rather have the majority of my day talked about something else, like how to buy a 15 peso sandwich. I was also told the other day, oh, this guy wrote me, he wanted to know all the books that I have a list on my, if you went to the bottom of Hobo Traveler's, the book, the link on travel gear, which is also in that gear is books, because it's connected with Amazon.com. And I had a link that says books that changed my life. And I started working on it. I added a few more, than I sent him the link because he wanted to know what other books I read. I'm really feeling bad because he brought up the fact that I talked about the 4-hour work week. Now this is the same problem though as these guys. I don't agree with Tim Ferriss. He does a bunch of stuff that just the 4-hour work week is a complete lie. He just said that to sell the book. His whole structure is built on this sort of faulty belief system. Okay, now this guy's taken from me, and I'm going, this is not a clear one. This is one of those guys where I'm listening and I'm taking the good and leaving the bad. Now, because Tim does have a lot of very good ideas, but you can't take him carte blanche because his moral. But now, if you want to take something carte blanche, take Think and Grow Rich with Napoleon Hill. If you want to take a book carte blanche, read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Anthony Robbins. If you want to sort of pick and choose, you got to listen to 4-hour work week. So maybe I should put that out of the thing, or basically to take it as a lesson on how to live life. Because the real problem isn't Anthony Robbins and these really famous people, because they don't. It's the real battle comes is when you're reading a book like Tim Ferriss's 4-hour work week, and you have to sit there and say, this is good, this is bad. Because we want to take it yes or no. We want an answer that is one panacea for all things. Well, this is funny. I'm not going to take a bullet for the boys. I'm not going to sit here and act like everybody should come here. You can't come here unless you're totally capable of saying no, and for sure, don't ever bring your family to Sosua. It's a horrible place. Now, it's a great place for, if you want to work on the internet, this has got to be one of the best places on the planet to come in and land, get a high-speed internet, kitchen in your room, and have a great beach, and kind of walk away from certain things at certain times. Now, I guess it's probably great for women in a way if you didn't want to, if you want to be around some, some strange guys, because you're, but there's, I don't know. I mean, it's just the beach is great. The beach is great. So I'm always laughing because Sosua is the worst on everything and the best on everything. It's got the one of the most dangerous places I've ever been, but it's one of the best beaches I've ever been to. It's got the best internet and best cheapest rooms on the planet, but it's got the most expensive hotel rooms I've ever seen. I mean, you can rent a room here for $250 a month, but you have trouble to rent a hotel room for less than $50 a day. So it's the best in everything. Okay, but as a man thinketh, at the end of the day, as a man thinketh, but as a man says no to. Can you say no? The best way to learn to say no is just to say no to everything until then slowly one day learn how to take just one yes a day. But any kind of agreement, nodding your head, smiling, listening is a form of agreement, and it empowers the other side. So it's an interesting problem, interesting situation, but hey, is that thing telling me how the time is? I had to switch cameras. I was getting some complaints on my webcam on my computer. I got 2 cameras, ways to do this, and the one on my webcam doesn't keep the sound lined up. I got a broken camera, but it seems to do it. So I'm in dire need of getting a Canon camera in my hands that is. I got this 35x zoom that's I can get for $300 used or refurbished, but to get it here is not possible. So I guess I'll get it when I get home and hope this camera lasts me until I get there. As a man thinketh, you have 2 buckets. Just life is simple. Put things in the right bucket and sort of keep things out of the other bucket. That's all life is about. Andy, Hobo Traveler, have a good day. I'm going to Montana tomorrow. I'm excited.